Are you wanting to work through imposter syndrome in the workplace or business? Well, today I'm going to go through a few points on how you can move through this. And if you stay until the end, I have an extra point for you then. Now, I remember being in a stage in my career where I'd just be terrified to be in the room. I was like, what am I doing? Who am I to be in this room? Like, these are senior managers, senior people. I'm just here to take the notes. Oh my God, they're all looking at me. I don't deserve to have this job. I can remember that being in local government. It's so crazy to think about it looking back now. But yet we're all on our own journey and we're all at different stages. So I'm hoping what I share today is really going to benefit you because like now and then I can experience imposter syndrome. Different from that, obviously, I'm not as worried about what I look like when I walk in a room now. But it's like different stages. Like if I'm working with someone who's doing really well in business or someone who's doing really high, like doing awesome, and I get opportunities, it creeps in a little bit, but I'm able to transform it a lot better than I used to be. And coaching calls used to be a huge one. Like, who am I to be a coach? Who am I to be on this call? I just felt like I was like stealing someone's time by just being this random person on a call. I felt like such an imposter. So it's definitely something I've worked through. Now, what I've realized is imposter syndrome will creep in more frequently. Yet, if you've got the right tools and the techniques, and we'll go into some of them today, you're able to work for it a lot more. But the more opportunities and the more you grow and the more you go up the ladder, the more it's going to creep in because your brain is going, oh my God, we're coming away from safety. We're doing something in the unknown. So make sure that you're constantly working your mindset and even more importantly, your deeper psychology. Ask yourself, how is it helping you being caught in imposter syndrome? What's it going to do if you were stuck in it and it controlled your life? If you're like me, it didn't do me many favors. So let's go into some practical points for how you can deal with it. The first one is, and actually, let's define imposter syndrome because I've talked a little bit. Perhaps I should have talked about this at the beginning. Imposter syndrome is, because we've all got different meanings and understanding. For me, how I'm defining it is when you're moving forward in something, or you're in a situation you're unfamiliar with and you feel like you don't deserve to be there, or you're worried that others will think you're fake. That's how I define it. So the first point is remind yourself of your growth. Like there would have been times in your life where you would have felt like an imposter as well. So maybe you walked into even like secondary school or high school and you were like, oh my God, they're looking at me. Do I really deserve to be here? Or maybe it was like a job you walked into. Oh my God, I got the job. Oh, they're going to think I'm fake. Oh, what if I'm not up to this? Remind yourself of the opportunity, the things you've done, the growth you've done every single day. Remind yourself of the growth you had. You can even make it as simple as writing down 5 times on just 5 bullet points of times when you've really grown and you've come through something that you thought was a challenge at first, and then it's become like second nature, because that will tell your brain, actually, we've overcome this before and we've got that ability. The second thing, praise yourself for anything you do. When you praise yourself, you create a better relationship with yourself and you reinforce your brain to do more of that activity. So start praising yourself for everything you do. The third one, reward yourself. Reward yourself each week, each day for doing the things you said you were going to do. It could be something like you could do a weekly reward, like a massage, a sports massage, or take yourself for a nice walk or going for a nice meal. Each day you could the reward could be ticking off the boxes that you've completed what you said you were going to do. And because that's, again, going to create a better relationship with you. And you're living with integrity with what you say you're going to do. Integrity is doing what you say you're going to do. And it's important to not just do it for other people, because we're more likely to do things for other people when we say we are than we are for ourselves. It's about doing what you said you're going to do for yourself. And if you don't keep that integrity, then imposter syndrome just makes more challenging. So reward yourself for living with integrity and doing what you say you're going to do. And if it's too hard what you set yourself, lower the standard. I'm not saying lower what you're aiming for, always have big goals and visions, but maybe lower the standard so you can make it more consistent. And then the fourth one, ask better questions, absolutely critical. The quality of questions you ask determines the quality of your life, as quoted by Tony Robbins. And it's so true. If you're asking yourself, what are they going to think? What if it goes wrong? What if they find out a fake? Guess what? Your brain's going to come up with some pretty negative thoughts, and then you're going to feel it in your body, and then you're going to behave not to your maximum, and then your results aren't going to be as good. So start asking yourself better questions like, why am I so awesome? What was it that, what is my biggest success in life? What is something people compliment me on? Ask yourself those kind of questions. Okay, so those are my 4 points for really dealing with imposter syndrome. Moving forward with it. Obviously, it takes a little bit of effort. It's not going to be an overnight. It's not an overnight bang, imposter syndrome's gone, and it can come up again. But if you're utilizing these kind of tools, you're going to be able to work for it a lot easier. Now, just before I get on to my final point, I want to thank you for being here. And if you're someone who's new to business or looking to start a business, and you're a little bit overwhelmed, you're a little bit frustrated, you're a little bit lost, then I have an opportunity for you. I have a limited amount of one-to-one spots to work with me personally. So if you feel like that's you're stuck and you're fed up of being stuck, where we can look at your confidence and your mindset and strategy, all those kind of things combined, all you got to do is message me the word grow on Instagram. Just send me a DM. Or if you don't have Instagram, message me the word grow to coaching@johnnypardo.com. So my final point, talk to the inner child within you. And what that means is, think of like the 3-year-old version of yourself and how they would be feeling. Because when you start talking to yourself like you would a 3-year-old, you start to develop a better relationship with yourself. So every day for 5 minutes, I'm going to suggest that you connect with the inner child within you and tell them it's okay and you're going to look after them and you love and care for them. And do that regularly. Okay. So that's what I've got for you today. Again, if you're really looking to start a business or you've just started one and you're a little bit overwhelmed, you need support, you need guidance, then stop holding yourself back. Just message me the word grow on Instagram, or you can email me the word grow to coaching@johnnypardo.com. So I appreciate you for being here. You're improving other people's life by being the best you. And remember, you're in control of your own self-esteem and confidence.